This is going to be a wall angel. This can actually be done standing, seated, or lying flat on the ground. If you're lying flat on the ground and you're someone who's very tight in your shoulders, make sure you place a block or a pillow or something underneath your head so that you don't strain your neck, okay? So what Jake's going to do here is he's actually going to stand really close to the wall. He wants to try and have his glutes touching the wall as well as his shoulders touching the wall. Then from that position, he's going to come into a bit of a posterior pelvic tilt, so he's actually going to engage his lower abs. Okay, and then he's simply just going to take his arms for the beginning straight out to the sides. Okay, now palms are going to face out, and he's going to try and press his shoulders back and into the wall. Now he also wants to make sure that when he does that, he doesn't end up in an anterior pelvic tilt and starts excessively arching through the lower back. So he wants to try and suck his belly button in and press his lower back into the wall. If you're finding this very challenging, you can step your feet out away from the wall just a little bit to make sure that you maintain that pressure through the hips and through the lower back so that you're anchored here. Do not cheat by coming into an excessive arch with the spine, okay? Now from this position, he's actually going to bend at his elbows and try and touch his elbows as if they were going to go into his back pockets. You can see how his wrists want to come away from the wall here, so he's really working on pressing the wrists flat up against that wall as best he can. This is going to be a big stretch for the shoulders and for the chest here. Now from that position, he's going to start reaching his fingertips up as high as he can, almost as if he was going to bring those arms all the way overhead and touch his fingertips, but you can see that that's about as far as he can go. Now as he comes up, this is the mistake that I don't want you to make. I want you to make sure that you don't actually elevate your scapula at the same time and shrug up towards the ears. So you're trying to keep your scapula depressed as you reach your arms up. That's his active range of motion there, and so then he's going to come back down, backs of the hand stay against the wall, elbow stays against the wall, and you're trying to drive that elbow into the back pocket. So that's a wall angel.